Good morning, fellow punters. The clock on the wall right up there is telling me it's 7:30 in the morning on whatever morning of the week it is. I'm in the Kingdom. I'm in Killarney and in the Fairview Hotel. You can see there is going to be some big thing happening on Sunday with all the flags and banners and bunting all over the county that I travelled on yesterday. We were out of the traps early and left Innis and headed for Bunratty. Got there about 9:30. Left close to 11:30. They were there a good few. I went in a good while. I went in and walked around myself into the cottages and I took a couple of videos. Met a couple of hard working men, and I mean hard working. Probably the most hard-working men, not alone in Bunratty, in Limerick, in Ireland, but on the planet. Jerry Hayes and Noel O'Gorman, sweat pouring off them. I don't know how you do it, lads. I don't know how you cope with all that work you have to do. Went up then to Noel Wallace in the Bunratty Manor Hotel. I told him we'd be coming. He was prepared. I got it wrong with the clam chowder. It's seafood chowder. I didn't get it wrong with the quality though. Top class. And we had 10 bowls of that. There was a few of them, the younger crowd, that were a bit iffy about trying chowder because they had tried it a couple of times before and didn't like it. But this passed with flying colours. I would recommend highly anyone that's passing in the area to call in to see it. To see, or to eat it, not to see it. See the empty bowl, and then topped off by apple tart and you got it, custard. So we headed then to Dingle. It's a long old haul to Dingle. There was toilet pressure at we had to go into Anascall, and it's the family that I'm with would have descended from there, and in post-famine times they would have their going away party on Inch Beach, where we got to after spending a half an hour in Dingle. Because time was pressing, we were just 4 o'clock leaving Dingle, and then we were maybe 20 minutes at Dingle or in Inch Beach, and then there's on the 100 yards over there's a graveyard where descendants of theirs, Kennedys and Moriartys, are buried. So they went in there. Got back in then to Killarney. Traffic was brutal. I never seen it this bad. It was absolutely chaotic. It showed me at one point to travel half a mile, 15 minutes, and got to the hotel at 6. Or I was after getting the luggage in at 6:10. And I said I'll go for diesel. I'll be back at 6:40. I got up to the roundabout and I had to double back, and I only got back at 6:38, and we had dinner in Falcha. Top class as usual. We had a downstairs in front of the band, the one-man band. Who was that? Leo Sayer, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Many moons ago. And we went down to Paddy Sheehan's then, and that booked for Reedy's tonight, but I cancelled that because all the served there sort of pizza. So we're going to Celtic Steps. So they've a boat ride in Kinmare booked at 1 o'clock, and we'll do the Ring of Kerry from Killarney to Kinmare on the way. Met Brian Duggan last night. He's a travel guide. I eventually met him in Sheehan's, and also John Stokes, a Langar, living 52 years in Cork, because when he started talking I detected a bit of a Dublin accent. And then I said to him, where are you from? And he said, I'm from Cork. And I thought he was taking the piss. But he spent 52 years there, but he still was drowning his sorrows. Forgot to say that. I think I don't know a video on Sunday night. Well done Tipperary on winning the hurling final. Top class second half performance. Cork didn't come out of the dressing room, as they say. We had 2 horses running yesterday. First one was, I should have left it, first run for Harry Durham, first run on the grass. It's only out for a run, and I did say in the description that this one would be seen over hurdles. Yeah, it needs a bit of prep work before it'll do any good. But when you see them in those colours, I just should have left it Sky Majesty, that was open at 2-1. It was freely available at 7-4, went off, I think it's 11-10. You could see the way it broke from the stalls that was best horse, always going to get there. And what about Rosato? Never thought of it, completely forgot about it. Tipped it up the last time, and it was a non-runner, and wins at 14-1. And as I said, was one that I was looking at the night before, and there was a big gamble on that. I nearly tipped that, but I should have left it just Sky Majesty and, as I said, or Rosato. But anyway, today there's I hate going near the racing league, but there's two horses of ours that conditions might suit. The most favourable of those would be in the 8-10 at Yarmouth is Who's Glen. The reason being, it hosed up for us last year on heavy ground, and it has ran well on surfaces that wouldn't be to its top liking, we'll say. But it has soft ground to contend with today, and that will suit. It's a classy sort, it's carrying top weight, they don't put weight on an ace. It's an each way price about 6-1. And then a bus horse to newcomers to the channel is a horse that I tipped and won for us the last time, and that was Leadman. Tipped up at 14-1 when it won. And that's out. Now, that was on good to Ferrum, but I did look that it has a decent run on soft ground before. It's up £4. So just going to leave it at that. Who's Glen would be the more fancied of the two in each way bet, and Leadman in each way bet. I think the two of them are about 6-1. And for those that like each way doubles, maybe you could. Good few joined up again yesterday. Office work. I had to go to the second page. First page is full. So there'll be 90 names probably there. And I'm on to the new page. There's about 5. So we're very near what the initial ambition was, to get to 100 people involved. There probably is 100. There is 100 people involved probably, because I got cash yesterday. Noel Wallace, the Shrudy, bit of cash, Paddy Deegan, and there was another one yesterday, and I have money got on into my own account. Yeah, so it's about 100, but there's a few that I'm waiting for, and there's a few that have sent money that the bank hasn't released yet apparently and stuff. There's a few that was to got back to me that didn't. I'm paying for the horse today. The registration forms were sent off in the post yesterday. There was only one thing missing, so I'm going to get that to them as soon as possible. That is a copy of my bank, the letterhead of my bank account. I hadn't it with me, and I'm on the road. So when I go into the bank today, I'm hoping that they may be able to print one. I can photocopy it, and whatever, how to get there, I'll send it by pigeon if I have to. So hopefully we'll be later in the day that there'll be no hiccups getting money transferred, and that we will be the owners of Astelia. What did I say? Astelia. Bash the bookies, over and out.